Hello, everybody. This is Richard RJ Eskow for the 0 Hour with your random news, your abandoned news, your news that other people didn't see fit to tell you or didn't see fit to give proper emphasis to. So we are here to do that for you. We'll start with this. 16 states have more people in prison than they do in college dorm rooms. This comes from the Pittsburgh Courier, which says that a new report from Metric Maps shows that in 16 states in the nation, there are more people locked up in correctional facilities than residing in college dorms. Most of the inmates highlighted in this report, as the Pittsburgh Courier reports, are in the South, and most of the inmates are black. Why is that not a surprise? So News One Now did a feature story on it, and they interviewed a number of people about this, including one who explained from the Center for Urban Families, the private industry's contract with governments, put quotas in place in their contracts to say that the states have to maintain a certain level of occupied beds. Well, congratulations, southern states. You are certainly getting the job done, if horrifically, for the communities in your region. Now, we also learned that an Obama bill would ease the ban on states imposing tolls on their residents. Now, this is part of the move, once again, and in a sense, I don't blame Obama for this, and in a sense, I do. He's trying to get funding for infrastructure. He figures the only place they're going to get it is by making people pay tolls, even expensive tolls. Big burden on the middle class sometimes when they have to commute to work and so on. Also problems with imposing tolls is that it drives traffic onto secondary roads. The big issue here was that the original position was that if the states build new highways or new lanes, they can put tolls on them, but they cannot put tolls on roads that are currently free. They've backed off from that now, meaning that traffic will be diverted onto side streets because of people who can't afford the tolls. That will create terrible wear and tear on the local roads, terrible traffic problems, huge burden again on the middle class, all because nobody wants to impose tolls on ordinary billionaires instead, and millionaires instead, which is where this money should be coming from. We had a top tax rate, remember, under President Eisenhower of 91%, and we built the federal highway system, no tolls. Now, another story, the entire story of the U.S. housing recovery in one chart, according to Business Insider. It is a heck of a chart. It shows that all of the households created during the recovery from the 2008 recession, all of the households created during this recovery are renters, meaning that nobody, these are, of course, general statistics. A lot of people have bought homes and so on. A lot of people are not renting, but basically they're saying that in the past 7 years, the household creation has taken the form of renting. Now, that's not always a bad thing, because I think we overemphasize home purchase in this country sometimes. It is not for everybody. It's good. In some ways, it's good to see that trend go down, but it suggests a kind of recovery that is skewed, A, to lower income people, that B, is hamstrung by people's indebtedness and credit problems, including student debt, folks out there. That's hindering a lot of young people from making home purchases, and C, that therefore all of this is hurting the overall economy, because when young people can't afford to build homes or get single family homes, there's less construction, less jobs, less recovery for everybody. If they can't afford those homes, it means they can't afford cars. It means they can't afford televisions. It means they can't afford to go out to dinner as much. It means they can't afford to go to the movies as much. All of which means our recovery is suffering. Another sign that it is lopsided in favor of the wealthy, and that we're not doing enough for young people with student debt, for the middle class, for the chronically underemployed, for the unemployed, or for the stagnating wages of the middle class. That's where we need to go. And this chart tells us, again, even more reasons why. Now, to lighten it up a little bit, because we've thrown a lot of heavy stuff your way, a very nice story from Joanna Rothkopf who says that a new science report shows that mice are tiny, quiet singers. Male mice sing ultrasonic love songs to woo mates, according to a new study published this week in the journal Frontiers of Behavioral Neuroscience. In fact, the mice perform long, complex strings of syllables, much the same way as songbirds do. These songs are really high in pitch, says a scientist, above 50 kilohertz, and are not audible to humans. When we play them, pitch them down and play them back at real speed, it sounds like a bird. So, romance from the mice kingdom. I'm Richard RJ Eskow for the 0 Hour.